most people were probably saying is not reaching the third day, has reached the fourth, and coming towards the end, we finally now are reaching a resolution. India need 121 runs to win the second and final test match.
Stop you there, Shane. It doesn't have the possibility of going into, in fact, let me choose my words wisely over here.
Fifth day.
It doesn't have the potential to go into the fifth day, but it does come with the possibility of heading into the fifth day.
I mean, who knows?
And you can't deny that.
At this point, cannot deny anything. If any one of you guys were going to tell me that the West Indian 10th wicket partnership would be worth 79 runs, I'd ask you to get your head checked. Now it turns out I'm the one who needs my head checking, because I don't think any one of us could have seen this coming.
There's a couple of things you didn't see coming in this second innings of the West Indies. One was that mammoth 177 run partnership from the two batters that
John Campbell and Shea Hope. Yes.
Exactly. That's something you did not expect. And the other thing you did not expect, especially after India managed to find themselves some momentum just running through the lower middle order of the West Indies, and you thought that, okay, this is easy peasy now. Couple of hours back, it felt like you'd already picked up 8 wickets. Okay, this match is getting done inside the next 60-70 minutes, because at that time India were looking at a total of about 30-40 runs. But guess what? A 79 run stand for the 10th wicket, and of course that must be some sort of record for which you will have to give us some time to do all the number crunching for you, and we will get back to you on that. But that partnership has now meant that India will just have to put in some sort of effort. 30-40, no effort, easy peasy, go in there, swing your bat, get those runs inside an imaginary power play, so to say, in test cricket. But now it's not going to be the thing. Now perhaps you're looking at playing about 10-15 overs, who knows, even more. And that's why there is a possibility. While you have seen so many wickets fall today as well, in fact 8 wickets you've seen of the West Indies. Well, however, there were batters who got their who got themselves going. There's a Roston Chase who got to a 40. The lower order, look at how the tail wagged.
Exactly.
And that gives you an idea that, yeah, the Indian batters also probably will go ahead and make this an easy chase. However, the ball's also staying extremely low.
See, that's the thing. There's two things about this particular pitch. Whilst it's turning, it's slow turn. So what that means is that if you're actually able to read the turn just fine, you are able to play. Doing that needs you a little bit of time to get your eye in, which is what we've seen. The longer people have batted on this pitch, the better they've looked. So it's a case of spend some time and get your eye in, and there are runs on the pitch. There is plenty there on offer. In fact, it's something that Ryan Tenderscarter was saying yesterday in the post-match. He said that the reason why the bowlers were struggling a bit yesterday is because we are not getting bounce. There's no bounce for the spinners, right? So if you have to get bounce, you're fizzing it in. When you fizz it in, you're losing a little bit of spin because you're not giving it revs, you're not giving it time in the air. So that's been the problem. And even today, you've seen that it's not really been easy peasy. It has been, it has been staying low a lot. There have been times you've seen Kuldeep Yadav resort to bowling seam-up deliveries. When have you ever seen that happen? But it is the kind of pitch where, again, you might need to apply yourselves a little, and why it is that Harshit and I are saying that it could potentially go till tomorrow, because what if you lose a couple of wickets?
Exactly why. Exactly. You never know if the ball stays low. See, there has been indication of the ball staying low right from, I would say, day 2, where you saw that Dhruv Jarrell ball also not bounce a lot, and then came that declaration on day 2 from India. So perhaps I'm saying there could be a chance of this match going into day 5, but let's not
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Exactly. Let's see how is it that the first 15-20 minutes transpire for the Indian team. But before I go, a huge compliment and a shout out, I must say, to the visitors. You saw 5 batters. Let me name all 5 for you who did show a fighted spirit, who came up with a point to prove to the Indians, everyone watching this match as well, and pass on a big message to the cricketing community. Again, everyone brushed them off after what we after what we'd seen from them in Ahmedabad. Look at that. You saw Shea Hope get runs. You saw
Campbell.
You saw John Campbell get runs. In fact, I would say both the innings he got runs. He was dismissed with 42 in the first innings. Then there was a Justin Greaves who got runs. There was somebody like a Jaden Seals who managed to register his highest total in Test cricket with 32. But remember, he came into bat right towards the end. There was a Roston Chase who got a start as well. He got to 40 runs as well. So there were batters and there was a fight. And thank you to the West Indies for making this not spicy, but entertaining for sure.
At least it was a better test match to watch than what we saw in Ahmedabad. Let's be fair.
And why the compliment goes out to the Windies from us is because while India haven't played quality spinners, but they've played arguably one of the best spin bowling unit out there in Test cricket. You had to play somebody like a Kuldeep who's taken 15 fifers already in Test cricket. Then you've also got a Jadeja. Then you've also got a Washington Sundar. So all of that put together, kudos to the West Indies for applying themselves and making a test match out of it.
Absolutely. And the Indian batters, as we speak, by the way, are walking out to bat. So we guys will join you either for the day's end or the match end, whichever one that is that comes first. So we'll see you then. Hopefully, we're joining you with good news. I think it shouldn't be troublesome, one hopes, despite certain people hoping for certain score lines to be coming in. But we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.